Restaurant food cost tips for independents are a lot like tips for controlling food costs in any restaurant. But when it comes to independent restaurant owners, the tendency is for you to think you have to do it all. You work hard every day in your restaurant, and you sacrifice a lot of your own blood, sweat, and tears to be there for your family, your employees, your guests, and your community. In fact, you work so many hours it's hard to find time to sit down and examine where you might be bleeding money on food. Before I go any further, if you like tips like this, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, oh yeah, that bell to be notified when my next video comes out. And if you want more tips and tricks to running a successful restaurant or hear other success stories of other restaurants, do me a favor, check out my podcast, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, found on all your favorite podcasting services. Now look, you want to change your bottom line. You want to fix your food cost. You, again, put yourself in a position that you do everything yourself. You mean to get to it, but sometimes all the crises around you stop you. Sometimes you have the best intentions, but there's always something that comes up. So I want to offer you a couple simple tips to help you manage and control your food costs. First, start depending on someone else. If you ever want to get your food costs and labor costs for that matter under control, you can't do everything in your restaurant. Think hard. Do you have somebody on your team who you can count on to get stuff done? They're reliable. They're good with your staff and your guests. This is someone you should lean on. Once you've set your sights on this person, you're going to give them some responsibility, hand off some mundane tasks you're always taking on, such as like creating and implementing a line checklist, making sure that line gets set up every single day. Does that take you as the owner to do that? Or heck, they've been doing it every single day, but they really haven't. Some days it's at a different order, and all of a sudden your ticket times are off because people's hands aren't moving into the right spot. Automatically, they have to look, everything slows down. Well, if we create that line checklist to make sure every ninth pan is in the right spot, that the right serving utensils in there, that there's a right portion every single time, that the temperatures are right, the flavor profiles are right, that somebody can check at the beginning of every shift, man, you'd be in good shape. Does that require you? Really? You can come in and double check it. How about another thing? Creating and implementing a time temp checklist. Wait a second. HACCP's really important. You got all these people got food handler cards, or they got their Serve Safe certification. Does that really require you? Is that something that you could save a little time and delegate to someone? How about implementing a key item tracker to prevent theft? It's a clipboard system. Or implementing a waste tracker to stop the dumbass mistakes on a daily basis. This is not difficult. Heck, implementing portion controls on the line to make sure the guest gets the same product every single time. And oh, by the way, your profitability is there. Does that take you, the owner? Is that something you can delegate, which is going to free up some time for you? See, once you've been able to carve out a little time for yourself, let's look at two ways you can start focusing on your food cost. First, I want you to learn about these 3 food cost calculations: ideal, budgeted, and actual. These things will actually change your life. I mean it. Once you understand the 3 different food cost calculations, you'll never go back to doing things the old way. In fact, you can watch a video on my channel right here where I explain it all. With those calculations in mind, you can get to work on figuring out where your current food cost is and where it should be and what you should do to make changes. And once you know that, you can watch this video that gives you easy ways to cut your high food cost overnight. The tips in this video give you a place to start. You can significantly impact your food costs by upwards to 2 to 3 points. If you truly want to search the internet, make a change, and find what the solutions are for reducing your food costs, you need to 1, start to delegate some of the easy tasks, and 2, work on lowering your food costs by knowing your ideal, actual, and budgeted food costs. I'm telling you right now, that's where you'll make change. If you're tired of not being able to leave your restaurant because no one else knows how to run it, I want to make sure you know it doesn't have to be that way. You can leave your restaurant. It is possible to build a team of people who know how you want the restaurant to run. With these trained and responsible people in place, you can give yourself time away. What would you do if you had time away from your restaurant? Would you sleep better? Would your relationships improve? Would you feel more relaxed? These are all things you deserve to experience as a business owner. It's why we own our own businesses. If you would like to learn how to own a restaurant that doesn't depend on you to be successful, click the link in the description to watch a free training course that teaches you exactly what you have to do. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to get more information and guidance for running a successful restaurant.